So my topic is consequences. Since we have discovered antibiotics, we have been using them to fight off bacteria. But as the time has passed, we have faced difficulties in fighting these bacteria because they keep showing resistance to antibiotics. So now a time has come where our antibiotics are not that effective, and a time might come when no antibiotics known to humans would work on bacteria. So how it all started? Actually, in 1928, Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin, the first antibiotic that was used worldwide to fight bacteria. But from 1940 to 1950s, bacteria started showing resistance toward penicillin. After that, many pharmaceutical industries were formed from 1940 to 1980s to invent new drugs with new ways to fight bacteria, and this worked too. But sadly, from 1980 to 2000, scientists discovered new strains of bacteria that were resistant to most of the antibiotics developed back then. And they even transferred their resistant genes to non resistant bacteria. So, how did drug resistance become so widespread? Actually, to be honest, we humans are born to destroy what we have today. We have been using the medicine the wrong way. We take medicines even when we don't really need them. We all know that our body is capable of healing us naturally, but then also we take the help of antibiotics. Because of this overuse of antibiotics, we have increased the exposure between antibiotics and bacteria, which produces survival pressure on bacteria, and the probability of evolution of new resistant genes toward antibiotics increases. Second is our dairy and our poultry farms. The cattle in these farms live in a very condensed area. This leads to poor sanitation that leads to bacterial growth in cattle. So farmers use antibiotics beforehand so that their product like meat or milk, cheese does not carry a disease. The food of these cattle is mixed with antibiotics and they are given the antibiotics on daily basis. So now you can literally imagine on what scale bacteria are exposed to antibiotics every day and the chances of evolution of resistant bacteria. Third would be our vegetable farms. The vegetables we eat today are not pure. Farmers have to use antibiotics on them to protect them from disease and their loss. Fourth is the one that you all are aware of, that is traveling. As I know what has happened in the case of COVID-19, similarly resistant carrying bacteria can be transported to new regions where the resistant genes could be transferred to non-resistant bacteria, and this could easily create epidemics and pandemics. So why we should be concerned about it? Actually, many of us think that this is not a problem, right? So why bother ourselves with this concern? Actually, what I just explained uh, could create a multi-drug resistant bacteria at which most of our medicines won't even work. And if this bacteria infects you, then there's a good chance then that you would definitely die. So from now on, start thinking about it. Uh, from here, I will explain some case studies to you to understand the danger of multi-drug bacteria. First is the TB drug resistant case study. As you all know that tuberculosis is caused by mycobacterium. It is a popular lung disease also. But recently doctors have faced some patients with TB drug resistance bacteria in them. So basically there are four classes of bacteria on their level of resistivity. First is a monoresistant. These are resistant to one of first line anti-TB drugs. Actually, let me tell you what first line anti-TB drugs are. Actually, first line anti-TB drugs are very effective medicines that with no side effects. There are four medicines in total in this group. Second class of bacteria is are of second polyresistant bacteria. These are resistant to two first line anti-TB drug medicines. The third would be our MDR-TB drugs. Actually, these are multi-drug resistant TB, and these are very dangerous because they are resistant to all four first-line anti-TB drugs that include isoniazid and rifampicin, both of which are really powerful anti-TB drugs. Fourth is extensive drug resistant TB. It is also known as XDR-TB, and these are resistant to first-line anti-TB drugs and second-line anti-TB drugs. Second-line anti-TB drugs are also effective, but they have side effects too. And in 2016, nearly 4,90,000 people worldwide were infected with MDR-TB, and 1,10,000 were infected with XDR-TB. And out of these, 2,40,000 people died. Now you can imagine how lethal MDR bacteria could be. And one important thing, the 47% of all the cases reported just now came from India, China, and Russia. Second case study is of colistin. Colistin is an old antibiotic discovered in 1950 and is used to kill gram-negative bacteria. Actually, colistin is used as a last resort drug because it is incredibly effective on all bacteria, but have side effects too. These side effects affect our liver actually. Doctor use this drug only when no other drug is effective on the bacteria in a patient. But scientists had already discovered few harmless bacteria with MCR gene, which is responsible for resistance toward colistin. But these genes were not transfusible easily, hence didn't create a global concern. But in 2015, a patient in China was diagnosed with a bacteria containing transfusible MCR gene, and this caused a global concern. It created a global concern because if this bacteria or any bacteria having transfusible MCR gene could transfer this to a multi-drug resistant bacteria, and that would lead to formation of a nightmare bacteria at which no drug known to humans would work, literally no drug. So what was the reason behind the nightmare bacteria outcome? Actually, the reason was China's pig farms. In these farms, the pigs were given colistin antibiotics on daily basis to prevent diseases that could happen to those pigs. This led to evolution of MCR genes and that too transfusible one in E. coli bacteria, and they transferred these genes to other disease-causing bacteria. So the third case is something that all of you might be aware of, which is anaphylactic shock in humans due to penicillin resistance. Because of overuse of penicillin, human bodies had started showing allergic reactions toward it. And in rare cases, an allergic reaction to penicillin could cause an anaphylactic reaction with symptoms such as skin rash, nausea, and vomiting, etc. Uh, the mild allergic reactions can be treated with antihistamines, but there are some serious cases that require urgent administration of adrenaline plus corticosteroids and few things more, and if not administered swiftly, could cause death of the patient due to cardiovascular arrest. So now I hope you can imagine how big of a problem this is, right? But hopefully we have some solutions to all this problem I just mentioned. Thank you.